Gosh, here we are, guys. Hey up. Hopefully coming in loud and clear. What do you reckon? Bit clearer than last week? Less jittery? No, you're still coming up with an unstable connection. We're doing well. We're doing well. If you're on Wi-Fi, whatever, it's obviously never going to be happy. Boom. Here we are, though, guys. Monday. Okay. Here we are. We are just notifying everyone we're alive. We are early. What colour are we feeling tonight? Oh, evening, guys. All right. Welcome to Sunday Sesh. I'm hoping not to move around too much. Technology guy. Evening, Bobber on Kingsley on YouTube. Lex on YouTube. Let me just go on. Shall we see? We'll see. Oh, excellent. Everyone's here. Welcome. It's Sunday. We're talking cars. It's absolute shite weather outside. But why not sit here and talk great things? Cars. There's loads of you out there. Loads of you. This is why we joined the live tonight. So let's have a look at some comments. We've got Kingsley on YouTube. Not bad. Had a few downs at work. Getting blamed for everything. Let me know, mate. In the comment. Have a chat about it. The Harry House. Yes, legend that you are. Watching you on the phone first time in a while, so you can comment. I'm smashing, matey. How the devil are you? Nice to hear from a regular. Of course, you guys out there. Have I fixed anything interesting this week? Hello? Yeah. There's been a few things. The start turbos. What else? All sorts of shit, folks, really. It's hard to think. Mike, what's up with your sound? I don't know. Probably the Wi-Fi. Awful. Trying to network. Right, come on. Off. Start it out again. Live. There, guys. YouTube's coming alive again. Technology is rocking the best. Connection with every guys. Have a good. Let me know in the comments on YouTube if anything got shit. Try and sort this out, guys. I myself. Are we okay? Is it working? Is it working? Working on the table. Yeah, echo cancellation. We'll carry on. We'll carry on. We'll do what we do best. Right. I'll talk. I'll waffle. You guys, hopefully, will not see me. Right. Hello. How's it, Chief? Which Colin is best for a city golf on AFX motor? Big stuff. We use E12 Evo now. Newer style E12 Evo. Yes, Sebi, great brand. Sebi Rock on. So yeah, you can use G12. You can get G12 from Euro car parts as well, DSF, anything like that. As long as it's Volkswagen spec, you win it. You win it. AO VW Caddy Max the utility TDI, I know it's getting up to temperature fairly quickly. Then the DPF light come on, so give it rev fast, for approximately 10 minutes and off. So that to me is a regeneration. Um, so fingers crossed. They will get up to temperature really quickly, and you will probably notice that your flat engine fans are running as well, and it's a little bit hot and a little bit noisy. So that's that. You're more than welcome, Calvin. No problems at all. Uh, Good evening, Mr. Miller. Good evening, Mr. Miller. Mike, I'm kicking your ass now. Check. Right, hang on. There's no. I can't hear myself, mate. I'll tell you what I did do. Yeah, I did. Voilà. RM, hi. Does a Haldex pump need a relearn after no change? No, sir. No. Just clean it out, buddy. Get all that nasty crap off it, and put it back in. The only time it would need any form of relearn is if you replace it for any part of the Haldex system, such as the clutches, the different shelf, or anything like that. The only time it would need Kingsley, what's the best way to survive a 3-year apprenticeship? There's no right or wrong answer to this, buddy. All I'm going to say is I've been there, I've done it, I did the 3-year apprenticeship. All you've got to do is stick at it and be a little bit sort of in. Don't worry about what's dead. Don't give a shit. Mate. You're there to learn. You're there to break stuff. And the saying goes, you cannot make an omelette without busting your egg. So don't panic, mate. Take everything away from it you can. Just remember, after 3 years, buddy, you're going to get that certification and then you're going to go nuts and do what you need to do, buddy. It all goes from there. You are not going to learn everything on your apprenticeship. You can't buy experience, mate. So, good evening, Urban Gentry on YouTube. How the devil are we? Adidas Collective. What a name. How they like it. 3-year-old 1.5 TSI in a big one using a fair amount of oil. No leaks. This is just a typical TSI. Not really. Not really. They do use a bit of oil. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Use a touch of oil, buddy. But shouldn't be using loads. Shouldn't be using loads. You're putting the right oil in it. You're getting the 0 that you need. Putting anything in it. Good evening, Land Rover Tech. What the devil are we? I'm hoping I'm coming through loud and clear now. Couple of technical glitches. But Mike is working with Magic in the background. Get everything right. Across the wheel of death yet, so it's all good. Even Mr. Watson on TikTok. How the devil are we? Hey, what's everyone been up to this weekend? It's, I can't remember on it, but I did a mad thing and I went outside. I went to the bar earlier. I had to cross my home line before I could do anything. So it was good fun. I enjoyed it. It's pretty cold. But I can't imagine it needed a wash. And if anyone out there's got a ceramic coated car, you've got to look after that ceramic coated car. So that's why I did it. So me and the boy were outside. He was dressed up like a proper Eskimo. Loved it. Loved it. RM is a particular mileage change to Haldex oil with rumble at low turning speed. 3 years is Volkswagen recommendation. But I normally put my own spin on that. If you're doing high mileage, every sort of service is a problem. If you're doing high mileage, it's cheaper off to buy the oil. It's really easy in any part of what you do with feel that you need to only service something for 100 mega miles, or got more than age thing on it. It ain't a problem. It ain't a problem at all. Um, so yeah, there's no particular mileage, which is a bit shit really. You'll see bouncing around a lot of 40 days, 80 days. It is purely based on years, but again, only service, no problem. No, Michael, I'm not on dial-up internet either. It's not great. It's not great either. Maybe the internet is right around here. Thank you for your help. I was only doing 10k. Yeah, definitely shouldn't be rumbling, buddy. No, that's nowhere near any sort of high mileage, really. All these cheaper the new parts. And Land Rover Tech, no.
The internet has fell on its ass. Hold on, let me drop the settings down a bit. You can find me on TikTok as well. Should everything pretty much be going to shit. Let me drop that down. Hopefully that'll bring it back into line. Let me know, guys, in the comments if YouTube's falling on its arse. I mean, we can only try. But yeah, if you do want to chat, you can get me on TikTok, which apparently is working loads better, which is good. It's good. You can get me here. So try that. See if you can get me there. But yeah, I've dropped the settings right down now, guys, so you should actually be seeing me on YouTube, hopefully. Put it in the comments if it's getting better. We can only try. Watching it on TikTok now. Yes, Jimmy. I don't know what's going on there, matey. YouTube's fell on its arse. What can you do? I can try. Keep liking the... Excuse me. Keep liking and sharing the live, guys. Get me to more people, which is better. Valetin Supplies, thank you very much. It's better on YouTube. Happy days. I have dropped the settings right down to bare bollocks, so you can see me. Hopefully, we're coming through loud and clear. Let's drop the camera a touch there as well. As long as you can see my face, that's all that matters, right? Like I say, guys, keep liking and sharing. You're going to find me somewhere. Hopefully YouTube has got shit in line. Who knows? Mike is actually kicking my ass. And he's been in and altered some settings. See? What a ledge. So, guys, fixing cars out there. I am seeing a massive amount of people fixing their own stuff. And I'm sure people are doing it, and I get it. I totally get it. To save money, 100% get it. But I've got a video up on my TikTok that was a cam belt fitted by a lovely bloke trying to do his wife a favour. He changed it. She got a Polo, needs a cam belt. He changed the cam belt himself. Carpet fitter. I've got no issue with that, none at all. But the problem being is, if you have a look on the TikTok, you'll see the video. It's on YouTube as well. It didn't go so well. So all I'm really saying is, know your limitations on doing something. I totally understand everyone's going to try and save whatever they can. It's all right to a point. But if you're doing your own cam belt, you don't get chances at a cam belt. If you get it wrong, you get it wrong. Likelihood is it's going to cost you more than actually getting the cam belt changed by someone that changes these cam belts daily. Is what I'm saying. So please know your limitations. I've seen dodgy brakes. I've seen wheel bearings fitted that aren't tight. I've seen a lot of scary stuff out there. And this is just this week gone. There's been lots of worrying situations. A fuel leak. I've seen a fuel leak, and it's all caused by people trying to change their own stuff. I understand. This is why I do the videos I do. But again, know these limitations, guys. Please know these limitations. I would not want anyone to get hurt, or it costs you more money in the long run. If you're not sure, don't do it. Let's have a look. Oil Sensor J on TikTok. Oil Sensor Workshop keeps coming on. Sensor isn't faulty. What could be the issue? Are you sure? Could be the sensor. Could be the wiring. I see a lot. Sometimes it could be the bonnet catch as well. The bonnet catch is a big one on them. The only way that sometimes your oil boarding on the dash will reset itself is by that bonnet catch. So if you've got issues there, have a look as well. You just never know. Regarding the 1.5 losing oil, I use VW504 Castrol 530 to top it up. We'll see if that lasts. The idea is on them 1.5s, they have gone to 508, 509 oil. So depending on what yours takes, it could be a particular issue there. Obviously use the correct spec oil that Volkswagen set out for your car. So if it does need 0.20, use 0.20. 3 litre Seat Arona FR Sport oil consumption. Have you seen it? I've never seen a 3 litre Seat Arona, buddy. That's an impressive one. My mate has just bought the Mark IV Seat Leon. And my God, what an awful... Oh, mate, 100%. Software issues. I see it daily. Yeah, impressive, aren't they? Impressive. I got mine done on Thursday. Not paid the bill. Was given a price which was way more than quoted. What was the job, Mr. Miller? What was the job? 2020. Hang on, I'm trying. 2020. Right, 2020. Say Arona oil consumption. I haven't seen it, buddy. What engine's in it? Are we looking diesel? Are we talking 2 litre TSI? What engine's in it, buddy? Valeting Supplies. Now this is one as well. So Paul at Valeting Supplies down in Suffolk works next to a garage, and they were doing a timing chain on the 1.2 TSI, the older style one, and did a really good job. To be fair, obviously I totally don't expect people to get that bang on straight away. If you're not used to the engine, it's shit. It's terrible. It's not the best engine at all. So Paul, you're more than welcome, matey. You can message me anytime. You know that. Just for help. It's not a problem. That's what I'm here for. We went on a road trip. We got lost as the software froze and all the dash. Yeah. I tell you what is the one that's I see quite a bit of as well on the Mark 8 Golfs, which is probably the same as the Mark 4 Seat. You will see that everything's touch, all the heating, all the radio, the temperature, everything's touch, right? And when they shit themselves, you can't do it. Like you said, you cannot do a thing. So, yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? And have you tried changing the heater temperature while you're driving as well? Your finger's doing that because the roads are so shite in England. You can't actually get the temperature right. And if you change the volume, my God, it's hilarious because you'll go from literally really quiet to a little bump and you've gone, bosh, get up there. And, yeah, you're on full whack again. Yes, Di Robinson, thank you very much, matey. I am back. Yeah, technical issues. Mike has been in the background doing some of this, and hopefully we're back live and kicking. How are the Mark 6? I love a GTD. Mark 6 Golf GTD. I love them. I like the Mark 6 Golfs. I like the Mark 7s and the 7.5s as well. The Mark 8 is growing on me, but it's got a way to go yet. Sorry, is this year's model 2022 EcoSport VW engine? I'm not sure what engine that is, buddy. There's a couple. Campbell DSG oil change, push oil and filter local dealer. And you weren't happy with the price, Jimmy? What's that about? What was the price? I had called Seat Assist and they said lock the car, walk away for 30 minutes. You know what that's called? That's called a bus silence, and that seems to be the thing with these newer cars. They all need to go to sleep. And that solves quite a lot of issues. And even in dealerships, when we're doing the software updates, we're doing the big updates, we have to let a bus silence happen for at least 24 minutes. A bit specific, I know. But yeah, why not? Saying a chatter in from Bellhouse in 467 quid to find the problem. It's flywheel, isn't it? I mean, there's nothing there, mate. It's either the springs in your clutch plate or it's flywheel. If it's in your bell housing, 100%. If it's in the gearbox, now, yeah, you would need some investigation, but nah. Particularly with your car, buddy. It does mileage, doesn't it? 100%. Would you recommend an older 1 litre Seat Estate? My mate has a Skoda Octavia Estate. Nah, if you've got a Skoda, stay with Skoda. I'm a massive fan of Skoda. Di Robinson on Facebook. It's worked. fantastic. That is what Mike does, and Mike does it very, very well. And I can only extend massive gratitude for Mike for doing that. He does a banging job. What's the new 3-cylinder engines like? Bit unsure of the lifespan on them. Well, my good lady wife has a 1 litre turbo 3-cylinder. It's a cracking little engine. I've been asked this before, and because the engine's so new, I'm not totally sure sort of what the lifespan's going to be. They're all right at the minute. I don't see too many problems. Turbo actuators, but that seems to be quite a broad Volkswagen sort of issue. So far so good. I think the highest I've seen one so far is about 85k. Still running well, no oil consumption, beautiful. So I'll keep updating you on that one. Jimmy quoted 700 quid before I asked him to do the oil change. Bill 950. Yeah, that's a bit much, isn't it? That's a bit much. 250 quid for an oil change. Cool, Mom. Got Seat on a Seat Arona. Seat Arona's a great car. I've got a lot of time for Seat. They are really good cars. Apologies for the voice, guys. What do you reckon? I can drink a bit of citrus pre-wash. Yeah, I think working out in the cold today has done me just a little bit. It's all good though. I'll be fine when I wake up in the morning. Living. Right, guys, so TikTok's gone a bit nuts again. This week's been absolutely chaos. It's great. I'm getting again, apologies. I'm getting lots of comments, lots of likes, lots of love on the TikTok for like different tools I'm showing and different cars, different bits and bobs like that. If you guys want to see that, then you just let me know. You can always get hold of me on Instagram. If you Instagram the VW Mechanic, you'll find me. I know a lot of people have tried to message me on TikTok. It won't let them go through because if I don't follow you, I don't know why, but that is the thing. If I don't follow you, it won't go through. So message me on TikTok and it will go into a separate folder, which I check daily. So I will be able to get back to you. The Auto Spa. Passat B7 eating in a tyre tread on the rear. Yeah. On those, most of that sort of era of Volkswagen, Skoda, Seat, they adjusted the tracking or the wheel alignment. They adjusted it to different specifications now because it's wearing castellated in it and it's causing like a wheel bearing type rumble. They adjusted the specs, so anyone with a Hunter or upper sort of top spec Baisbarth, anything like that, will have the latest specs to adjust. I think they adjust the toe just a little bit, just to pull the pressure off. Yeah, just to pull the pressure off the inner edges, but it makes a right noise, doesn't it? The amount of times I've had people replace wheel bearings on the back of these Volkswagen Audi Group cars based on the rumble that they're hearing, and unfortunately it's only been a tyre. FR 3-cylinder engine, go like hell. Yeah, brilliant car. And if you like you say, you mix it with a DSG, banging. Seen a 4x4 style Skoda with a new engine. It was 115 horse. Thinking it was a bit low for the size of the car. Yeah, for me, mate, it is. You're going to want 150 at least, aren't you, in something like that. They are going with the smaller horse, smaller engine, obviously for emissions and just to keep the fuel economy great. But like you say, an underpowered 4x4, is it worth it? You're not going to enjoy it, are you? So, Brand, starting an apprenticeship with VW January 1st. Any advice? Did you do an apprenticeship? I did, but I didn't go through Volkswagen. I went for a local college. But since then, I have been to the Volkswagen Training Centre in Milton Keynes, which if you're doing a genuine Volkswagen apprenticeship in the UK, that's where you'll go. All their training is done in-house at their big it is a big training facility as well. I will be there in January because even as an adult, you still have to do courses and keep up to date with your training, which is banging, really. It's a great setup. The trainers are mint. It's great. So, what advice would you like, buddy? If you want to chat with me, add me on Instagram, the VW Mechanic, and I can talk you through that, mate. No problem at all. Plenty of advice. 2004 Mark IV Golf PD 130, banging engine. Just started clicking in reverse gear on pull-off, only in reverse gear. Now, that would mean that the engine's going in the opposite direction, as in the jolt. I would check engine mounts, I would check ball joints, I would check everything suspension related and engine mount related. Gearbox mounts can be a bit of a pain in the arse on the Mark 4s, and they do tend to just pop. Probably catch it there, possibly. Yeah, you might do, mate. Like I say, I'm there in January. They do quite a few courses now online, so. But yeah, you will more than likely. Well, there's a few people that want to meet me down there. To be fair, when I go, so hopefully I will catch you down there as well, matey, and we'll have a little brew, have a catch up. And I normally stay down there if I'm doing a course, so a cheeky beer at night sound. Pallet and supplies, remap it to 700 horse. When you know, you know. Brilliant. Also, on the reverse situation, I mean, I see this quite a lot as well. You will find that sometimes the pads are just that little bit small, and you may notice a clunk from going from front to reverse. That could be the pad shifting in the carriers as well. I've seen that so many times. I'm not going to slate using aftermarket parts, but if your car's not got a shim and the aftermarket brake pads haven't got the spring in the correct place, you may hear that knocking. Don't panic, your car's not going to drop apart, but it is pain in the arse, isn't it? So you'll either have to shim them, because pattern parts cannot be exactly the same as genuine, so there has to be some form of a difference. So either shim them or stick genuine pads in. There's not much difference in price, to be fair. Keep up the useful content. Thank you, Bran. Appreciate that, matey. If you're VW, mate, and you're learning, this is the page for you. Check out the YouTube channel as well. Same again, the VW Mechanic. You'll see more in-depth stuff on there. So I'm doing timing belts on TSI engines. I'm doing the bigger videos are on the YouTube channel. Obviously, TikTok, you can't have massive videos. So yeah, check out the YouTube channel, buddy, if you're into that kind of thing, and it's going to help you learn the Volkswagen roots and tips and tricks, mate. Die, shared to all the Skoda pages. Hope they approve. Yeah, that'd be great. I do appreciate it massively. Obviously, we did have a couple of technical ball bags at the beginning, but Mike's been in there, waved his magical wand, and he's all over it. So, massive thank you to Mike. Gets all the love from the VW Mechanic possible. Wouldn't be possible without him. So, he does a banging job. Like Paul says on TikTok, timing chains are great fun. They're not. They're shite. They do give a sort of a little bit of peace of mind that they haven't got the intervals that a timing belt has got. But when they go. They make a mess. Same with the timing belt, I guess. They're just a bit more expensive and a bit harder to replace. So, as Paul's found out this week, timing belts do them nice and easy. Timing chains, a little bit more investing into them. You've got to give it some time and some special tools. Now that's what it is, guys. To be fair, I have got nothing but respect for the independent garages that have to have special tools for literally every car they work on. That cannot be cheap at all. I know what Volkswagen tools cost, and just for the stuff that we do on genuine cars and that is mega money. So you guys having to buy them across the brands is unreal. So I'll take that off to you guys. Fair play. You're absolute lifesavers. You independent garages. The world would be, or the motor trade would be at a standstill without you guys. So big love. Obviously dealerships have their place in the market, and so do independents. There's no one's better than the other, this, that and the other. We've all got restraints. There's bits that other garages can do, like DPF cleans, that some garages won't do. That is. Oil change in the Seat Arona FR 2022. So if you're on fixed servicing, it will be 10,000 miles or 1 year. If you're on flexible servicing, it'd be up to 18,500 miles or 2 years. You will only find that the inspection light is on and it can only be set for 365 days because Volkswagen like to know that the car is still being looked at within the 2 year period. You're not just going to every 2 years needing a service. So you'll find that you can just book your car in for an inspection, but you don't have to have anything changed on an inspection. So bear that in mind. But yeah, 10,000 miles or a year or up to 18.5 and 2 years. The tool for the timing chain was a good price. It wouldn't break the bank. Well, that's great. That's what you want. That's exactly what you want. I put mine in for a timing belt last month. Should be good for the winter. Absolutely. Preventative maintenance, as I say to everyone, is cheaper than the repair. Cheaper than the repair. If your timing belt costs 700 quid, guarantee you an engine rebuild, you'll be looking at £2,000. 1,300 quid difference there. I know it's expensive. I get it. What price do I think for if you go in dealership for your first service? If it's fixed, you'd be looking at 150 odd quid. If it's variable or flexible, sorry, it could be up to 250. It depends again where in the world you are as to the price bands as well. It's hard to say off the top of my head because I don't know what engine is, I don't know what oil it takes off the top of my head. So yeah, it's not cheap, but it's necessary. If you're replacing an engine, just ain't cheap. So keep it serviced up, guys, and you look after a car, it'll look after you. Basically, is where I'm going with that. My timing belt's due on my Octavia very, very soon. I'll have to check the exact date, but obviously I'll be doing mine myself. I'm hoping to get a nice little bit of footage of that and do a full video, strip down, and rebuild back up, including fuel, coolant bleed, just to show you guys what's entails, and that's on a 2-litre diesel. I have a Mark II Fabia 1.2 HTP MPI for my first car. What car do you think is best next? You're obviously going to want to progress in your driving career. You want to go a little bit extravagant than a 1.2 HTP. So I reckon a 1.4 is a banging. You could get a Seat IB for FR, something a little bit speckier. If you want to stay small car, Volkswagen Golf. The Fabias, my missus has got a 2020 Fabia, great bit of kit. It all depends what you want. It all depends on what you use in a car. Do you use lane assist, front assist, all the whistles and bells and cameras and all that? If you don't, then stick to the basic stuff, because you do pay quite a lot of money. There's a bit of a premium to obviously the cars with all the spec on. If you're not going to use it, then you're just paying for nothing. Off the top of my head, buddy, oil wise, there's loads. Paul, my cam belt is due very soon. That's a 1.8 Lynx engine as well. That's in a Ford Focus. Ollie, evening buddy. How much main dealers knocking out 1.6 2-litre cam belts? Oh, if it's cam belt and water pump, for my neck of the woods, which is east of England, you're up between 600 and 700 quid. Mark, are the 1.4 in the IB for auto? Can you get manual? No, you can get manual and auto. Yeah, you don't have to have DSG, buddy. DSG is a cracking car, but if you do like driving, just the joy of driving, yeah, you can get manual. Die, 600-ish for the cam belt. Can't imagine how much if it went tits. Yeah, exactly that. If it goes to shit, yeah, you're not getting much change from 2.5 grand. That's if it can be repaired. If it shits itself and you've bust a piston, bent a rod, anything like that, it's just going to keep mounting up and mounting up. So again, preventative maintenance is better than the repair. I'll tell you what, guys, I have had recently in as well. It was a taxi. Now, if any guys out there drive a DSG or work in the trade and know that DSG gearboxes take a special oil for the actual wet clutches, this one's for you. Taxi, recovered in, can't get gears, won't drive. You've got the cog or the gear light on the dash flashing away, won't move at all. So what we like to do first, do a visual inspection, make sure there's no bust drive shafts, no obvious oil leaks, anything daft like that. Then we run a fault code scan, see if there's anything electrical going on. I had on the fault codes literally every gear, mechanical jam, it wasn't happy, it wasn't doing out, valves blocked, all this. So then you move on to the diagnostic process and you will take an oil sample, see if there's any sparkly bits in it. If you know, you know, and go from there. And now DSG oil looks a bit like, it's sort of like a paler version of that. This one was bright red. So I spoke to the customer and I says, "Oh, you had a gearbox oil change recently?" Yep, had a gearbox oil change. Do you have a receipt or anything like that? Do you know where it was done? So I was told where it was done and I had a quick chat with where it was done. ATF oil was used in the gearbox. Now, if any of you guys out there do DSG servicing or know about DSG servicing, you cannot use ATF in a DSG box. Won't happen. Don't like it, won't happen. This was the key. And They take about 5.5 litres of DSG oil. I'm just taking a normal 6-speed wet clutch for instance here. And this had about 9 litres in it. 9 litres. I took a jug out and filled it up with about 9 litres. So it was mechanically blocked because it was almost like a hydrolock. You couldn't move, couldn't do anything. So full DSG service, including your filter, sump plug, seal, all that jazz, and a good basic set drive. Sorted it out. Taxi was back on the road by literally 2 hours tops. Yeah, it did cost money, and I did actually say to him, if you buy cheap, you buy twice. So it just goes to show. Yeah, dealers aren't always the worst. Let's have a look. Ollie, curious to know, do a lot of side jobs or foreigners? I knock them out. I don't, buddy. I don't have time. Not at all. I'm thinking 1.4 FR for my next car. Anything to look out for? The standard stuff. If you're going to buy a car from a dealership, you've got a better chance of getting a decent one. If you're buying it off someone from the side of the road or a lay-by or something stodgy, get it checked out. But I try and steer people towards a reputable garage for buying cars. Kyle, the mechatronic unit are expensive to replace. Yeah, they are, mate. Yeah, and they're not that great, are they? They do fall apart. But yeah, they're not cheap. Di, I know a lot of people slate main dealers, but I've never had a problem with my local dealer in Swansea. I hear good things. Yeah, I hear good things. There's a lot of dealerships out there that are really, really, really good, and it only takes a bad apple, just a shocker, or just annoy a customer, and that's where it all goes wrong, innit? I'm not gonna name names. I don't need to name names. You guys know what experience you've had in a dealership, in an independent, your mate down the road. It don't matter. Mark, I know the mechatronics in FRs are prone to going. Correct. I'm not going to say they're prone to going, but they have been known to be a weaker point of the Volkswagen gearboxes. Kyle, I have 13 plate Golf. There with the unit gone, about 2,000 grand. 2,000 grand. Wow, £2,200. Yeah, it's about right. And is a part on back order. That's usually the case. It's worse, obviously, at the minute. Everything's on back order. It's quite upsetting, really. I think even brake pads for the Tiguan, rear brake pads for the Tiguan, are on back order. Go on then, Paul. I think I may have worked out why my car cuts out. Bloody thing. Go on, enlighten us. I love it. Mark, as a genuine technician, they can't be repaired. You may be able to send them off to like BBA Reman, and they may be able to repair them. But as a dealership techie, they can't be repaired. Yes, Kyle, they are. They're scrap if not serviced regularly. Yeah, 100%. Cars aren't built like they used to be. For any older generation folk out there, they're not what they used to be. Obviously, with all the emissions rules and things getting tightened up and all that, they've got smaller oil galleries. They need more servicing, regular servicing, and more things servicing. Ain't the best, is it? And it's just an expense. But this is the way of the world, unfortunately. Cars are getting more complicated by the day. I get to see all the brand new ones with the fault straight out of the box. Yeah, like Kyle says, 100% can't be fixed unless replaced. BBA Reman may be able to do something with it, but how long it's going to last, exactly what Kyle says, is anyone's guess. So you're only going to get a decent peace of mind if you get a new one. And plus, if you get a new genuine one, you're going to get that 2 years warranty with it as well, which always helps. That's another added peace of mind as well. The new emission technology on diesels are horrible to work on. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. How many sensors, when you open that bonnet, how many sensors are just there? How many sensors on an exhaust system on the newer style diesel engines? I did a turbo on a 69 plate Passat the other day. Whew. Yeah, there's sensors for sensors' sake on there, guys. And this is what it's become. Everything is a sensor, and a sensor feeds off another sensor. One falls over, loads of stuff falls over. It's a bit of a minefield to actually diagnose these cars. Mike, a bit of a topic change. With all the dangerous de-icing life hacks on social media, what is your advice for everyone? Okay, so within the law, you can't drive with your windscreen covered in ice, whatever. You can't have snow on your roof. You can't have snow in the UK. You can't have snow falling off your car into the car behind you. So many hacks. So many hacks. I've seen so many people with a boiling hot kettle tipping it over your windscreen. Don't do that. just don't do that. Don't. One thing that's going to happen with glass is if you put, obviously it's frozen. If you put hot water on it, thermal expansion is going to happen and crack. Yeah, that's an expensive do, isn't it? What I would say is get a good de-icer. Rain-X isn't a bad idea to treat your windscreen with, or anything to coat your windscreen, like a ceramic is going to help that a little bit more. But the aim of the game is just to leave that little bit more time in the morning and de-ice your screen. That's what I'm saying. Be prepared. Luckily, my good lady wife, I know she's listening now, her ears are a little pricked up because when she goes out to sort her car out, bless her little heart, she does mine as well. What a wife. What a wife. Yeah, guys, there's so many hacks out there. Please do not put boiling hot water on your windscreen. It's going to crack. It's going to crack. If you've done it a few times and you've got away with it, you're lucky, but it will bite you in the arse eventually. As to everything else, best bit of advice I can give as well is if you've got standing water on your brakes overnight, just give your brakes a couple of little taps as you leave your driveway in the morning. Just clear that crappy disc. It might grind a little bit, that surface rust on an untreated bit of metal, but at least you know your brakes working and you've not got any crap on there that's going to prevent them working as well as they should. Valeting supplies, Mr. Paul, fuel related. Yeah, definitely. It's fuel related. Best hack ever. Window coating will definitely help. Secondly, glass cleaner spray on your you're on your way. Yeah, so glass cleaner spray, guys. If any of you out there have got some glass cleaner, do that as well as Rain-X or coating your windscreen. Do as much as you can, and you're all over it. You're sorted. I let mine run for 10 minutes, let it warm up, and use the fan to clear it. Skoda don't have a heated front screen. They don't. You're correct. Volkswagen are pretty shit when it comes to heated front windscreens. All I will say is, guys, if you are leaving your car running, please be sat in it. Your insurance company's wet dream if you walk away and leave your car running. Insurance companies love you for that because they won't pay. So don't leave your car ticking over on a driveway, go and have a brew and a fag. Don't do that because the insurance companies don't pay out. Mike, for me, 10 minutes, blowers on full heat and AC and all the misters on, no scraping needed. There you go. That's another one. One thing you will find, guys, is petrols will heat up quicker than diesels. Diesels are very thermally efficient, and it will take you ages of sat there with your foot on the accelerator. You'll burn more fuel than actually just getting out and either scraping it or the ice. We're smashing through this live tonight, guys. It's ace. Like Di says on Facebook, stay in the car with a brew on. If you're going to have a brew, sit in the car with it. It's no biggie. Everyone flicks through TikTok anyway, don't they? Or do you know what I mean? Mark, where else are you reading the messages from? I am live across YouTube, TikTok, Facebook twice. So you can find me on YouTube, The VW Mechanic. You can find me on Facebook, The VW Mechanic. And you can also find me on TikTok. So I do both. The YouTube channel is where the longer videos go. So you will see me on there doing the more in-depth repairs. And obviously TikTok is a new thing. It's just a new venture. Trying to hit that different sort of the different people. So I'm a bit of everywhere, really. Paul, I applied a good window coating. Not had to de-ice my windows once. Yeah. My ceramic coating is very good, but I still have to de-ice a little bit. Thank you very much for the likes, guys. Thank you for the follows. Absolute legends that you are. Seen a big change with my MPG with this cold weather. Getting a lot less MPG when it's cold outside. You will find that. You will find that more with diesels as well. Diesels will like to sit at a higher idle when it's cold. Mike Octavia does the same thing as well. And you will find, your fuel consumption will hit the deck. It doesn't necessarily mean that your fuel consumption is hitting the deck. It just looks on the dash that your MPG is on its arse. Don't panic, just drive normally. You don't need to change any form of driving style. Just drive as you normally would. Obviously be careful of the road conditions, drive to the road conditions. I know a lot of people don't. I was driving on the back roads of Lincolnshire this evening, and people don't know how to use fog lights, they don't know how to use front fog lights, and they sure as shit don't know how to read the road. So it was quite worrying, but we got there. I made it here onto the live. So Mikey B, watch the VW mechanic while you're waiting for your car to warm up. There you go. Add that for a bit of plug in there. Yeah, get on YouTube, the VW mechanic, watch some of my stuff while you sat there waiting for it to de-ice. Yeah. Massively appreciate it, guys, for the likes, the follows, the shares. You're all absolutely epic out there. I can't appreciate you much more than I already do. The messages I receive on Instagram already, you're all legends. I will help each and every one of you, as I always do. If I can't help you straight away, I will actively go out and find the answer you're looking for, and obviously do my best to sort of coach you through anything like that. I've had a lot of people ask me where I'm based and if they can bring their cars to me. Unfortunately, I don't offer that service at the moment, purely because I'm just too busy. There's so much going on. There's so much planning that goes into these videos that I do. There's just so much going on. So it's not a thing I do at the moment, but who knows what summers and that bring. Yes, lad. Hope you're well. During this cold weather, how long should I warm a Golf diesel for? Modern cars, you don't have to sit there warming them up. You don't. They drive absolutely fine. You'll find with a diesel as well, it's that thermally efficient. You can sit there with your foot on the revs for ages and it won't change. Just drive it normally. Just don't go horrendous with the revs. You don't have to redline it out everywhere. Diesels don't like that at all. They will let you know via diesel knock, and you'll know that it sounds like your crank wants to join you in the car. You don't need to warm them up, guys. Just drive normally. Just make sure your windscreens are nice and clear and your brakes work. Keep on top of your tyre tread depths as well. I've seen some pretty risque tyres at the minute. They're quite terrifying. Paul, if you don't want to coat your window, you can use a glass cleaner as a de-icer. It does a better job and also helps it from refreezing. There you go. From the Valetin Supplies master guru himself. If you've got glass cleaner, use that, guys. There you go. Try it. Try it and let me know what you think. Get me on Instagram, the VW Mechanic. You can personally send me a message and let me know what you think to the glass cleaner. Die means you're doing plugs, lol. With all this grit on the road, Rob does car cleaning vids and he can show you how to keep them clean. Appreciate that massively, Die. Yes. As weird as it sounds, I was out in the -1 is here in the east of England. Keeping your car clean also helps. Paul, I just turned up at your house and don't even tell you, mate. That was absolutely phenomenal. I've not been that giddy in ages. So, Paul turned up at my house. He did the massive 3-hour journey just up here to literally surprise me, and I am still well excited that Paul came and surprised me, and he did it so well. Why is the R5 Touareg a horrendous car? Because the Touaregs are horrendous cars. They're Porsche based. Thank you. Got a 1.6 diesel. Only drive local, but it caused problems like DPF. Yes, if you've got a diesel, make sure you take it out for a blast every so often. If you're only doing short journeys, diesels do not like to operate in cold all the time. They like to get nice and warm and be on a longish run, quick run, just to blast that DPF out and keep everything tickety boo. Like Mark says, take it on the motorway every once in a while. Clean the DPF, 100%. 100%. Even if you cruise along at 6th gear on a motorway, normally drop it down a cog, stick it in 5th, get that nice and hot and burnt out clean. Hey up, Hassan. Spot on, mate. How are you? More than welcome, guys. Again, the advice is free. The advice is here, and it's the best of my abilities. I will try and tailor it to your car as best I can. But yeah, ask away. Ask the questions. The car cleaning videos, though, yes, I do them as well. You might find that I sometimes go live while cleaning a car. It definitely wasn't happening today because as the snow foam was hitting the floor, it was freezing. Not fun, but the car is actually really clean now. And I've coated that as well. It's ceramic coated anyway, but I have put an SiO2 cleaner on there as well just to give it that nice little pop and another extra layer of coating. Gary, my Touareg is the worst car I've ever bought. Replacement engine, all sorts. Got a nice list to do. I won't bother, mate. Sell it. The only time I see a Touareg, there's never a small issue on a Touareg, ever. They're always huge. Thoughts on upgrading disc size with standard calipers? I wouldn't bother, buddy. I would keep that if you're going to upgrade the disc size, get the right calipers and carriers for them discs. Keeps everything working as it should do. Di, you said we can ask, so can you work on all our cars for free? Oh, mate, ask. Yeah, definitely ask. No. Definitely not. But yeah, we'll see what the summer brings along. I'm absolutely open to meeting everyone, even if we all go to a car event or something like that. They do mechanic places as well now, like wax stock and stuff like that. But there's a mechanic version as well. So if there is something highlighted to me, if any of you guys hear of any mechanical conventions as well, I will absolutely make sure I can get there and meet you all there as well. So that'd be ace as well. I'd love that. It's kind of a central location usually in it. So yeah, man, if you guys want to meet up, we'll make a day of it. Love it. Again, thank you very much for the likes. Thank you very much for the shares and the follows. You're all legends. Of course, are you doing a show on Christmas Day? Thank you very much, Paul. It's very unlikely I'll be doing the show on Christmas Day. As Paul spoke to me earlier as well, wax stock. So if you're into your valeting stuff, even if you're not, you just like clean cars, wax stock is on the 22nd and 23rd of July in, is it Coventry again, Paul? Is it Coventry? So I'm going to go there if I can. I don't know if I'm doing 1 day or 2 days there, but if any of you guys are into that, I will be there at some point. Stay tuned for that one. Favourite pre-2000 VW? Oh, you've got me here. Oh, let's have it. I like the Skoda Rapid. I like the Skoda Estelle. The old school Scirocco's. They look beautiful. Lovely car. So I'm going to say, yeah, Estelle, a Rapid, and an old school Scirocco. Go on, Liam. Hit me with yours. Pre-2000 VW. What can you throw at me? I'm not going to guess. There's not that many good ones, though, is it really? Thank you very much again for the likes, you all heroes. It's massively appreciated. And it helps to feed the algorithm. Oh, Corrado. Yes, Jimmy. Corrado. What a car. What a car. Don't see any proper VWs nowadays. It's all the same. And all the cars look the same. All modern cars, if any of you have seen that post on Facebook, they all look the same. And they do. They do. It's shite. Own a Mark 1 Caddy, Mark 3 Golf Estate, other half drives an Audi 80. Oh, wow. Can you send me pictures on Instagram? Instagram, the VW Mechanic. Can you send me pictures of them? I love an Audi 80 and a Mark 1 Caddy and a Mark 3 Golf Estate. You know, if you're up to sending me pictures, do it. Do it. Instagram, the VW Mechanic. Yes, Paul. Coventry Arena. It's the 10th year anniversary of Wax Stock. Paul will be there handing out some freebies as well. So if you guys are there, I'm going to be there. So we can meet up there as well. So Coventry is quite central in the UK if you're from the UK. So I'll be there. Best mod for a 130 PD. Big turbos. Big turbo. Go hybrid turbos. Hybrid turbos. Big old intercooler on the front. And just start building up from there. Big injectors. Get a cheeky remap on there. I'm not a mad fan of all the pops, bangs, farts and whistles and all that shit. But yeah, just start upgrading the old intake. In the mechanic world, it's a bigger suck, big intercooler, big squeeze, big bang, big blow. Do it in that order, sorted. VW Mechanic, GD, Hoddy, and Hoddy. That's my reading, it's terrible. 130 and 150 PD injectors are the same. I'm pretty sure they are, buddy. I'm pretty sure they are. You don't have to go standard, though. There are people out there that make some mad upgrade kits for these 130s, 150s. Is it Dark Side Developments? They've done some mad stuff with the 130s and 150s. That's worth a look at. Dark Side do some crazy stuff. Have a look on their YouTube channel. Unreal what they do with older school cars, really. Mike's off. Thank you very much, Mike, for doing what you did at the start of it, mate. And of course, everything you do for the channel. It makes life easier for me to sit here and present, and it also helps me with the technical stuff, which I don't get because I suck. Thank you, mate. Have a great evening. Thank you, mate. Big love. Hakeem, hello, my friend. How are you? I'm a friend from Algeria. Hey, buddy. Algeria, that's nice and far. I'm from the UK, if you can't tell by the accent. Some people can't. I might sound foreign, I don't know. But hi, all the way from the United Kingdom. It must be warm in Algeria. Got a lot of love for that. What car do you drive, matey? What's in it? Who was I talking to? I was talking to someone the other day. It was a chap in... I think he was in Nevada at the time. And he had a Jetta. I'm sure it was an old Jetta with the 3.2 V6 in it. Oh, it broke down, unfortunately. I was trying to help him. But he got there in the end. The car is now running and he's sorted for Christmas, which is banging, epic, love it. Any other favourite car manufacturers aside from VW? I wouldn't say VW is my favourite. I just know quite a bit about them. I'm going to say anything Japanese. Honda, spot on. Honda, Toyota, Lexus, anything like that. They don't break. They're unbreakable. Them VTECs are insane. Why do the 2-litre TDI 170s and 184 smoke? It's unburnt fuel. It's unburnt fuel. You'll never get a clean burn in one of those. But they say no smoke, no poke. So there you go. I love a bit of smoke, really. I've got a 2-litre diesel, but mine's a 2018 with a DPF. Any smoke is a no-no for the MOT. If you know, you know. I love a good bit of smoke, mate. You'll never get them clean. And they smell great as well, don't they? Paul, I miss the summer. Yeah, I miss the summer too, buddy. The days are short. It's too bloody cold. And it puts everyone in a little depressive state, doesn't it? Let's not be depressed. Let's cheer. Happy. We're loving life. We're talking about cars on a Sunday night while it's too shite outside to do about it. Thank you again for the likes. It's massively appreciated. I am across three platforms. So, yeah, I'm trying to reach a bigger audience. Of course, TikTok videos are doing really, really well. If any of you guys haven't seen on TikTok, the longer videos are on YouTube. So the TikTok videos are posted just like a snippet of the longer videos on there. So you will see, if you're interested in Volkswagens, VWs and stuff like that, you'll see that if you've never seen the timing on the newer TSIs, so you'll have on the TSI engines, it's an electronic timing tool. Is the best tool for that. If you've never seen one, have a look. You get to see how it's used and what it's there for. Mark, what do I drive and have you done any modifications? I drive a 2018 diesel Octavia. It's just a normal saloon car. And I have remapped it. It's only just a normal remap, but it's taken it from 150 horse standard to 190 something, I think it is. And that's all it's got, matey. Just software. It just ironed out all them crap bits from factory, you know, like the little pink in the flat spots, the shit fuel economy. It's made it a better car. 100%. I'm not going to do anything more to it. I like standard. I'm not into driving around like a Formula One driver. I'm all about fuel economy, you know, with prices being what they are at the minute. A little cheeky remap on your car and start there, really. Stage 1 software, it's not going to push your car too much. It's not going to take things out of its limitations. Obviously, if you're starting to put stage 3, 4 and 5, you're going to go past the gearbox limitations, the engine limitations. That's where you're going to start finding cranks joining you in the passenger seat, and you're probably going to find your gearbox shits itself as well. That's not ideal. Can you explain the dog bone bush mount? Why it's called a dog bone, or what it's there for, buddy? Absolutely. Like Paul says, if you go on the Valeting Supplies YouTube channel, if you want to know anything about me, he actually interviewed me when I went down to see him. So there's an interview of me being really, really nervous, and him asking me questions. So go and have a look on the Valeting Supplies YouTube channel. You will see that's the first and only interview I've ever done. And I was nervous as balls as well. So the dog bone bush mount. So the dog bone mount is, the proper name is a torsion mount. So as your engine accelerates, the engine will tip backwards like such. And should that happen, obviously it's going to happen, you need something there to hold your engine stiff. If it doesn't, your engine's just going to keep clattering away at your subframe. It's going to drive like shit. It's going to shake. It's going to be awful. It's not going to be good for your drive shafts and gearbox. So the dog bone mount, its actual name is a torsional mount. So every time you move your vehicle, torsion is applied to the engine, which will make your engine swing like that. So the dog bone mount is there to keep it secure and stop it from doing excess damage. If it causes a banging off the line, there's 3 engine mounts usually on a vehicle, on a Volkswagen in particular. You've got gearbox, you've got engine, and you've got the torsion mount, the dog bone. If it's banging off the line and you're not giving it too much grief, you've probably got a warm bush. If it's gearbox side and it bangs every time you change a gear, could also be the dog bone, but it could be the gearbox mount as well. You can get poly bushes, you can get PowerFlex bushes to replace the standard bushes in your dog bone mount, so it's not too crazy. They're really easy to fit as well, and it does stiffen it up as well. Again, with stiffening up bushes, you will find that it's a little bit, you'll feel a lot more of the torsion or the engine as well. So it has its pros and cons. It depends if you like bouncing through the gears and going nuts. Mach 3 Leon only bangs when I'm spirited off the line. Yeah, it's probably it's either gearbox or dog bone, mate. What I would start doing, mate, is get your dog bone, get a cheeky PowerFlex bush set on it, see what that does. Like I say, it stiffens it up. Then PowerFlex bushes are ace as well. They're not cheap, don't get me wrong, but they are great. They're very, very good at what they do. So have a look, PowerFlex. If you Google it, you'll be able to put your details in their website. They'll come up with the best parts for you. Right, guys, we've absolutely smashed it. That is the hour on a Sunday over. Much love. Thank you very much. If you want to get me outside of the lives, which I do every Sunday, 7 o'clock in the British time, get me on Instagram, the VW Mechanic. You can send me messages, and I'll reply. So that being said, guys, thank you very much. Any questions, just chuck them on Instagram, and I'll more than happily answer them. So thank you, guys. Have a great evening, and I will see you in the messages. Take care. Lots of love.